Breadboard, capacitor, resistor, ESP32, servo, and some wires are needed for the circuit. Place the ESP32 on the breadboard. Add wires to VIN and GND inputs for power. Then add the capacitor and attach the power wires to the capacitor's legs. Make sure the polarity is correct. Place the ground, power, and signal wires of the servo motor. Add a capacitor to the ground and power inputs of the servo. Then connect the capacitor's legs to the breadboard power and ground lines. Make sure you connect the polarity correctly. Add a resistor to the signal leg of the servo. Connect a wire to the pinout of the ESP32 and connect this wire to the other leg of the resistor. The circuit is ready. Let's programming the ESP32. First, cut off the servo power without making the USB connection. Then open the Arduino IDE. Go to Preferences, paste the shared ESP32 package link, and click the OK button. Go to Board Manager from Tools, search for ESP32, and install it. Go to Add Library from Sketch, search Servo Library for ESP32, and install it. Go to Examples from File, find the simple servo sketch for ESP32, and open it. Define the pin the servo is connected to and upload the code. Connect the servo, then let's move on to the power section. Connect the two jumpers to the breadboard power line to power the circuit. Do it ESP32 board can operate with a supply voltage between 4 and 12 volt via VIN pin. The servo motor can operate with a supply voltage in the range of 5 to 6 volt. Therefore, a 6 volt supply voltage will be sufficient for the circuit. The circuit works great. Let's move on to multiple servo control. But a multi-servo circuit is too complex for a servo motor, so I designed a printed circuit board. Printed circuit boards are used to design electronic circuits more durable and stable for long-term use. I prefer PCBWay for printed circuit board service. I can easily upload the design file and place an order quickly. The order is delivered within a few days, depending on your location. You can choose PCBWay for high-quality and low-price PCB service. The board is two-layered and all pins of the ESP are utilized and can drive a total of 16 servo motors. Just like the breadboard circuit, easy-to-assemble solderable components were preferred. Let's get to the assembly with a soldering iron and some solder wire. The assembly is complete and the board looks great. If you want to have this board, you can find the necessary files in the description of the video. Let's connect the ESP and servo motor, supply power to the board, and do the first test. The board is running great, and the voltage regulator input on the board is empty, so the servo motor is powered by an external power supply, while the ESP is powered via USB. If you want to power the board with a single power supply, you should use a voltage regulator if the power needs higher than the 6 to 12 volt operating range. If you need a voltage within the operating range, you can complete the power circuit using a jumper. Let's connect 5 more high-torque servo motors and run multiple servo tests. I have supplied 6 volts to the circuit and the board works great. You can find all the details and files about the project in the video descriptions. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like the video.